don't contribute to
Nathan's got fun. You're in the wrong state, I guess.
They don't contribute.
Oh,
I got a lot of West Virginia.
Peter, she's showing you her belly.
Same mentality.
Look at that belly!
Melody's showing us.
Now, what is this, a new exercise?
Oh, there's all sorts of new exercises. I've got a glute ham raise machine, which is essentially just works your whole posterior chain.
Just all the muscles here.
Oh, and then the sissy squat. Have you ever heard of squats for tots? This is
Here we go.
right there. Every squat we do feeds a child. That's a sissy squat right there. You really feel it right there.
That looks painful.
I've got a sissy squat
It
machine at
works your
home.
rectus femoris, which
That's
is
very
a muscle that
painful.
goes
Oh, that looks good. Feel it. You gotta try it out and
You
feel
know,
it.
I was just thinking the other day, I really want to work my rectus femoris, and I just.
So we had these kids in town that stole the garbage and they spilled it all over our car. You remember that? It was like Sunday morning.
Didn't come out like that.
He did not call Nathan. He didn't have his tongue in his chin.
He did that all the time.
He did do that.
He did that all the time.
Like when he was angry and coming to grab me, he would do that.
That?
Yeah, his tongue would go.
I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. This is not a joke.
That's
That's what Hope Darling had no prayer. She had no prayer when he came out.
was she like 12 years old, 13?
Daryl Strickland still haunts. Hey, look, get a close up on Aaron's face. The name Daryl Strickland still strikes fear in his heart.
In your heart? It strikes fear in
He's
your
the
heart.
guy that
My sister.
I beat him up.
He's trying to. Hey, I don't think you realize the kind of gems they pull from towns like that.
Nathan, I think you realize. I think you're in a similar place now. You couldn't leave it behind. It was so amazing.
That's right. I mean, seriously, it's kind of the finest people in the country. Have you ever visited a town called Gallipoli?
Why don't you?
Yes,
They never leave.
twice. No, yeah.
Heaven on Earth. You
Heaven
got
on Earth.
Russell Park, right there. At the towpath.
Russell Park.
All
the trails. The towpath.
Oh, we have Whalen Park now.
Whalen Memorial Field near the.
We don't even have a Mothman.
There she is.
You seem pretty well.
That's hilarious.
What just happened here?
I didn't get
Did we get that on video? Did we get that on video? That was awesome.
He has to
I didn't even have my arms out.
Particularly. He runs his own Discover Card business,
That
and then
was
she
awesome.
teaches school. So
So they're
They're fine.
they're average.
They get by. The last time I saw him was that we were just trying to figure out last night how you didn't drive Nicole away. Like, because it's not like you really hid who you were.
I guess that's the
There's the food
secret.
storage. So
I think she found out about the settlement, and it's been a settlement ever since.
was he a charmer, Nicole? Help me understand what happened there.
Didn't you say that the Holy Ghost had to pretty much tell you straight away that?
Was it his musculature?
It was all Holy Ghost.
It was all. Yeah. It wasn't all physical. You were like, I need a piece of that man.
Whatever.
I did find him
That
attractive.
man's gonna grow me some biceps.
It's close to your chains.
He's gonna leave.
He's gonna have the best glutes I've ever seen.
Didn't you leave her creamed?
Squat racks in my basement. Maybe use whatever.
Didn't you leave her creamed corn or something?
Yeah, there's the food storage.
Yeah.
Seriously, that yeah. I used to.
We're coming home and he's like, which do you prefer? White kernel corn or green beans? I was like, corn? So then
And you still went out with him again.
he got a can of corn. He said, this is our treat.
I didn't even care at that point.
This is our
that one girl
treat.
said she wasn't gonna go out on a date with me, so I was
Wait a minute.
I was just like, whatever.
You came to see
That wasn't long after you.
Didn't you come to see one of her roommates?
Yeah. I used to do that.
I can take you places you never dreamed.
Yeah, I'll take you places you never dreamed
You
of.
said that to a girl?
I said that to a girl.
Left it on her windshield.
Oh, that's
If Aaron let me borrow their car.
That's statutory.
creepy. That's just creepy. That's the kind of stuff people tell their grandkids
She
someday. It's
didn't
like,
really want. She kind of like hid from him after that.
I used to leave her like inspirational quotes, and then that was like the last one I left.
Inspirational quote.
It can mean so many wonderful things.
But weren't you on a date once and then you called Nicole to ask her out or something? while you
Yeah,
were
that
on
was.
the date?
Yeah, that was someone when I first asked.
I've got Phil on the phone
No,
here.
that was not first
Phil
date.
Collins calling.
A different date.
Phil Collins was calling.
This is Phil.
Should we FaceTime Daddy and take a night?
Yeah.
My kid's elementary.
The last thing Dad ever wrote to me yet on Saturday
Was about the
was about the Mothman, and how he wished one day his writing skills would be sufficient for him to.
He did not.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. To write about I'll show him the email. To write about a town garage sale in Gallipolis or maybe across the river about how people were doing LSD. It's all Mothman.
What a special memory.
That was his final.
This was final communication with me.
That's kind of awesome.
Actually, that kind of fits Nathan.
He must have known.
That kind
He
of fits
must have
Nathan.
known the end was near.
Formality.
He got a.
Okay, but Nathan.
I'm getting it right there.
No one named this. So funny.
That's not Oxford Screaming, is it? He had a job offer on the spot from Hal Kinane.
Extension corner.
Name we have.
Extension corner.
Extension corner.
Oh, Hal Kinane. Oh, it's always, yeah, he's always in the name.
May he rest in peace one day.
You know how famous he
I
is.
wouldn't be
I know.
surprised if Jared started putting Hal
His
Kinane.
final mission was for the Mothman.
It's not a text. It's a.
Really have someone good drop off toilet clippings for you?
Oh, we've had. I actually got a package in the mail from San Diego once.
That's right, you did.
A couple times actually.
That was the kind of thing you read about.
That's right, you
Mr. Novel.
No, it was just. It was just toenails.
It's still a mystery as to how who sent it.
A generous anonymous donor from San Diego.
Yeah. Wow. We've had several. You know, oh, Grandma, oh, sure, I'd do anything to help the children. Ma'am, you don't realize how much your gift and your donation means to these children.
You should explain to him the day you went out to the lobby and started doing
You sent
squats
that
for
email.
Tom.
Yeah, I sent the email about it. The
Oh, you
swats
did?
are-
Yeah, I think, yeah.
I
So
do
where
that all
does
the
the money
time.
come from?
Where does the food come from?
And how does it help the
It just
tots?
happens. It just happens. We don't know the magic. We don't understand all the.
So food just appears in their lap? On their
It's amazing how many people believe it.
Is that a car?
Yeah, I didn't even see that.
What are we doing?
We are making this disgusting
We're making orange sour fudge.
orange sour fudge just for
Sour
Dad.
fudge for Nathan. Nathan, how do you feel about this?
This is the appropriate way to honor Dad.
I think this is an honor of the Whale Award that came out several years ago.
I'm not banging the piano, please.
It's just sometimes the flavor looks amazing there, Lucia. I think this.
It'll be incredible. Little
This is gonna be
texture.
incredible. I really do think she's kind of remembered one of the most basic and fundamental tenets of candy making.
Melting.
Melting is crucial.
I think we're almost ready to do the pouring.
You're not gonna get all day.
Winter egg hunt.
I see eggs on the tree.
Hey, there's no peeping eyes.
Yeah, we have cheaters on the loose and they're peeping Tom doesn't get to go.
You need to get two of them, okay?
Cheaters are right in this room.
Two eggs, alright?
Hey, and their names are. No. Hey.
Yeah, Cora, that's great. You
Yeah, no peeping toms.
Hey, Cora, come on. Cora, off the carpet. There you go. Are you ready, honey? Here, let's leave the car inside, please. We're not quite ready yet.
Cameron, Kellen, Grace, and Cora are going to go out first for a minute. Everybody, there's a limit of 2 eggs.
First.
For each person. When everybody gets 2 eggs, then you can try and find the rest of them,
How many
okay?
eggs are there?
Well, we don't know. That's a good question.
We don't know. There's at least 20, 25-ish. So everybody only pick up 2. Even if you see more, you only get 2.
For right now.
For right now. And then when everybody has 2, then you can find the rest of them, okay?
Just what money in some of the eggs? No.
It's only candy.
Is there money in the eggs? No. Put on the
Nah, I'd be taking the. I'd be grabbing all the eggs if there was money inside. We're about to. We placed them all.
Gracie, where's your coat? We have some cheetahs here that pee. She said she's gonna win.
Gracie, Cora, and Kellen, and the Cameron. Cameron, go get your 2 eggs. Go get 2.
Go get them.
Go get 2 eggs.
2 of them.
And Kellen,
2 of them. Cora.
go get 2, Cora. Go find them. Go find them. Grab 2. Grab 2 and then come back, okay? Go find an egg. Go find an egg, Kellen. Go find an egg.
Can I just get 2 eggs? Me and Mom have to go.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Quack. Quack.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Quack.
Thank you. Thank you. Go get an egg. Kellen, go get a candy egg. Okay. Hey, Gracie, how many is that? Is that 2? All right, come on back, Gracie. I hope there should be enough for 2 for everyone. All right, if you got 2, Cameron, come on back. You got 2? Hold on. Out of the way, Gracie. Out of the way. You can go. Go. Go ahead. Yes, go.
Oh, Dad, you're still inspired.
Because I can't go in the snow. So it's kind of unfair.
There's one right here.
There's several over in that.
It's broken. It's still got candy in it. It's still got candy in it. Who cares if it's broken? I'll eat it.
I already got 2.
Did you? Good. Good.
I still see a few that haven't been found.
Well, no, we had to make sure everyone has 2 first.
Okay.
And then it's a free-for-all.
Where'd Jared go?
Look at that.
Come on back.
Do you all have 2 eggs? Is this everybody?
Where's Jared?
Where's Jared?
I still see a few that have not been found.
All right.
Yes, he did.
He came out.
Yeah, Jared already went.
All right.
Okay, now you guys
Hold on.
find 1 more egg.
Nah, whatever. Just go find the rest. Keep going. Find them. No, just grab them all. Abby, just try to find eggs. You just try to find an egg. Hey, Abby, come here. Abby. Let Abby get that one. Let Abby get that one. She hasn't found another one. She hasn't found another one yet. Hey, Abby. Abby, over here.
Abby, I have some too.
Come over here, Abby. I think. All right, find the rest. Oh, someone found the one in the box. Good.
What?
Pick it up, pick it up.
I'm Zoe and Annabelle aren't here.
I don't know if there's any others.
Yeah, as long as you stay in the
I think we got them all, guys.
No, there's one left. I know where it is.
One left, huh?
The hard part with Dad was, I mean, it's just his nature. It's most of our natures. He would apparently brag about you to everybody else but yourself. You never knew.
Yeah.
That happens a
Yeah.
lot, and kids, kids do it the opposite.
Yeah.
When they're angels,
Yeah.
stand up people in front of the neighbors,
Yeah.
and then the neighbors tell go tell you, the parents that, hey, there's one great kid. I'm telling you, he walked right up, started cleaning the dishes, putting the dishes in the dishwasher. I got to bullwhip the kid to get him to do that in my house.
Are you talking about my son?
Exactly. Who is this guy? I don't know. I think these two did a pretty good job with you guys.
No, I think so. We were very, very fortunate and blessed.
And we're so good looking.
And so humble, apparently.
Why are we laughing?
I'm just so glad we grew up the way we did, though.
Yeah, me too.
Those lean times were lean times, but I wouldn't trade that for anything now.
To be honest, I never knew how lean times were.
Well, honestly,
I was too young to really understand. I just thought that's how people lived. But we always had the most important thing.
He was never paid what he was worth.
Yeah.
never even close.
Yeah.
That was that was the one thing that always, you could tell, like, it always ate at him. Because he was and I was desperate for the day that someone would not only recognize his worth, but be able to pay him. what he was
Exactly,
worth.
yeah.
We didn't ever think he was very important.
And you know what, that goes back to, now we can talk about psychological roots. Growing up in his family, which was more corporal rather than loving. There's a whole lot of...
He got so loving towards the end, though. He would just come up to me and hug me and say, I love you. I hope you know that I love you. And I had never, those were moments where I cherished them, but they were so foreign, too. He changed at the end.
He did, because he told me just not recently ago, whatever. He turned to me and he said, I have never loved you as much as I love you right now.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
He was just so kind and loving the last few months.
His last years, because the dad that I grew up with, that Nathan and I grew up with,
Oh, I remember
It's not the same guy.
he improved so much. I mean,
he wasn't the man that
He
we
improved so
earlier
much.
knew earlier. He changed.
You're exactly right.
I love to see the Bells do well.
This is Merry Christmas, Nathan. This is a late present.
Wow.
I'd like to give you 3 pounds of orange sours.
Look at how beautiful that is.
Something's always melting down candy.
It looks like bacteria.
This is a culture here on an auger.
It looks like a big...
It looks like dead skin.
Tastes a little like aluminum foil.
Streptococcus.
Did you eat the foil?
Oh, look at you throwing out some microbiology terms.
Looks like
Little staff artist here.
That's
Look,
right.
he's excited at this.
Oh, Nathan.
It's like staff or penicillin or something like that. Nasty business.
He gave me 5 pounds of orange sours. I don't like orange sours. They're old. And it's 5 pounds.
You can't eat them unless they're stale.
Hey, Peter, I know you're envious right now. I know they don't have these in Mexico.
The caviar.
We will save some for you.
Nathan, are you actually eating it?
It's good. It's actually good.
Wow.
I added a
Well, I admire your bravery.
I added a little bit of milk just to
I gotta
make
get
it
it
a
off the
smoother
foil.
texture.
Did you? Off the foil.
You know,
You added milk to it.
you might find that
I added about 4 tablespoons of milk in there.
Bazillionaires.
Like blubber.
They don't melt down very easily.
I think flubber is the word you're looking for.
Blubber. That's it.
That's the word, not blubber. It'll turn into blubber, but right now it's not.
You're heading for blubber right now. Metallic.
They just said to Aaron, your brother's nuts.
I don't know, it sums it up. He's a surgeon.
Good grief, Emily, quit drinking.
Peter, I wish you could be here to enjoy this with me. It's kind of like your Airheads. It tastes very much like your
So
Airheads.
explain the texture to us. It's got a nice texture I made.
Nice and gooey.
Because you know what? You know what? These balls don't melt down completely. So even when the sugar's melted, you still have some ball residual. So that's how we get this nice texture right here.
It's just
You
beautiful.
can't explain this to
I don't think
Today,
you can't appreciate it until you've tried it. You really can't.
Matt, you should take a bite.
I'm trying it. I'm trying it.
I think you should.
Okay.
Okay, good.
It's just hard to get the
The
foil.
problem is it's hard to get the foil off.
Let's
Over
wait.
here.
Clean edge.
Over here.
Let's wait.
Or
Ooh,
clean
it's
edge.
cold. It's
Oh,
cold.
that's
why.
really hard to get
Yeah.
the
Ooh,
foil
it
out.
has a fun texture.
That's what I'm saying. I think you'll enjoy it.
In the end, it's just sugar.
See, look what happens.
The family that melts together stays together.
Look at this. Get this on video.
Hey, I'm not the only crazy one.
You're not. And you're not crazy, by the way. Did you foil in your...
It's like someone took orange soda and made
It's
it into
good.
candy.
It's seriously
It's the
good.
dairy that you add to it.
Look at this. Sarah's try it.
It's like flat
Hey,
orange
Mom,
soda.
come try some. It's just, it does taste like orange soda. It tastes like
Flat orange soda.
Here.
Nathan's matching.
There's a clean edge.
Right? He's got you.
I didn't think about spraying the foil. I was
Try
just
it,
so.
try
It sort of like reminds me
Well, when
of...
it melts together, it stays together.
It's sort of like Laffy Taffy.
And Nathan,
Used to be the family that
can you
prays
explain to me the
together, stays
chemistry
together,
of
but you
why those balls don't melt?
Melting. Why melt? Why pray when you
The
can
the
melt?
outer core melts down right away, and you
Yeah,
get
the
the
outer
orange.
core is just
but
plain,
the
it's just plain
inside,
sucrose.
the inside will
inside's
not
got
melt.
some sort of gooey stuff in it.
How long did it take to melt it?
Probably half an hour.
Yeah, I was gonna say it probably took a while.
Not too bad.
Alicia, this is that. Look at this.
Wow.
Hey, Mom, come try some of this. Do it, and Dad. Do it for Dad.
Dad would never have eaten it.
He might have.
I think he would have.
If it was at a certain mood, a certain time of day.
You're never too mature for this. You're never too old for this.
As illustrated by Nathan.
You're never too old for that.
Ed, what committee are you on?
Tone it down.
I need somebody to step up and dominate and take over.
That's right.
What's gonna happen if that happens?
I don't even know how someone does.
I always
What does that even entail? How do you take over the situation?
It's in a personal way. Not only take over.
I know what you mean.
Take over your life. Step up and just completely take over and dominate your life.
Okay, well I have been, Nathan. I have.
Good.
Achieved.
We can always do better. You can always do more. You can always be more.
You don't get satisfied with just taking over your own life.
You gotta take over others.
You gotta take over others.
You inspire others to take over their own lives. Just take it. Just take it and run with it. I don't know if you've ever. There's
I've been
there's
there
kind of
quite
a
a
new
few
disease
times.
they're trying to research, but it's sort of indigenous in the area. It's kind of rare, but it's
A
called
disease?
hypertrophic hyperplastic lipodystrophy. Otherwise known as
Otherwise known as obesity.
F-A-T. Hypertrophic hyperplastic. I do this all the time with my patients. We're seeing more cases now. We're just trying to figure out
Hypertrophic
the etiology.
Are we sure
Hypertrophic
we want Matt to
hyperplastic
speak down there? If she
lipodystrophy.
gets sick, we won't be able to hear.
But seriously,
Matt knows what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You got that out.
some of the calves, some of the thighs in these ladies and these
Is
people,
up here with the
huge.
voice in here.
I mean, I operate on a lot of 350 plus pound, and
Gotta get through that adipose tissue before you get down to the.
It's just an inspiration to see calves like that. I had a patient.
It's an inspiration.
Did I ever send you a picture of me flexing my calf compared to one of my patients
You mean
flexing
it's
her
like a
calf?
reverse inspiration.
No,
Like
because
he would
that
never
be
want to
hip
look
with-
like that.
It was
I
hilarious.
know, But
Which is
Well, I would tell this lady all the time, you're amazing
problematic in a
calves.
number.
With Dave earlier today, he was talking about just how much you could tell when you two got married, how much Dad completed you.
Yeah.
oh,
It was the best thing that ever.
Fit in
The
with,
faith was the best thing that ever could happen.
with everything that you needed,
interesting.
and how happy he was that you found the church.
What's the story?
We were sitting in the ceiling room right before we were gonna get married. I didn't know Anton very well at all yet, and I was sitting in a position where I could see him and like not very many other people because he was like right in my direct line of sight. He's like, look, he looks so mad, and I was like, he hates me. He's not wanting to marry me. I was like in this horrible state of mind, like I'm gonna marry this guy for eternity. His dad hates me already.
That's just his face.
I didn't know that face yet, and then I got to know him, and I'm like, oh, that's his spiritual face. I feel so much better.
We got a pretty special site here
Oh no,
for the future generations.
Yeah.
We've got the peppermint oil twins here.
Peppermint oil twins. Oh
Who haven't heard of preparation H for under the eyes? They've just heard of rubbing peppermint oil under their
We
eyes.
did it for Dad.
Dad would not have ever rubbed peppermint oil on his.
Dad's glory.
I'm speechless.
This is for Dad's glory.
Nathan looks like he's practicing to be Lazarus.
I seriously, my eyes now. It's not as bad now
Giving up to put on his eyelids.
I put on my
at least
eyelids.
just did my sinus.
because my eyes were aching from
But
poor sleep and
Nathan,
whatever.
you know how strong peppermint is. You're putting a super strong.
Mom, don't put any.
Eyelids.
Future generations, Peter.
Yeah,
This
Peter.
is it.
This is it.
I just don't know what to say about the twins here.
Peppermint oil is medicinal. That's why. Why do you think?
Yes, it is
Why do you think
medicinal
we
if
have
it's
so many
used.
barber poles?
If it's used correctly.
That's why we collect so many barber poles. It's stimulating brain cells. Every time you suck on peppermint or smell peppermint.
I suck on peppermint all the time. I just can't stop.
I think you're more into the orange sours.
No, I clearly am not. I clearly am.
I have trouble bending over, but let me shake your hand.
Through the doorway. I'm thinking about building a gym and dedicating it, calling it Tony Lee Clark Memorial Facility.
And Tony.
Don't call it Tony.
I know. I'm just joking.
Well, you know what? If you're gonna do it, don't do it with weights.
Yeah.
Your father wasn't overly impressed with weights.
No, he wasn't.
Why don't you do a thing like what he really liked? Have pictures of baseball players. Louis Grosser,
Yeah.
Ernie Banks.
Right.
God love
Or-
Ernie Bank.
Yeah.
I know, and he loved the coach at the time.
He also loved
was
George Banks.
Louis Grosser.
Through an open door, forgotten, care laid by, gone to fear no more. Father's there, expecting me, Father's breathing true. Lots of folks, lost purest
You're getting all kinds of kisses.
I'm gonna defer on this one. You guys are.
I can't.
From Buffalo, what do you want from me?
It was nice meeting you.
Well, it was nice to see you. Thanks for letting us stay. I gotta go, okay?
Okay.
I didn't get my hug yet.
Are you kidding me?
I think that's definitely a reason that I was gypped and shafted. If so, you would have been 6'7".
Yeah, I think so.
I think I would have been right. I would have been Aaron's.
Matt should be here any minute. Matt's gonna play.
Look at it this way, Nathan. After the first child, there is a little decline in gene quality.
Yeah.
Hey!
I thought they said right, Aaron. Is that right?
Charles, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, you
Grab a second.
I'm a half oldest. I don't know.
It's triplet, so that means that you got the best gene.
Of the triplets, but they're all matching.
There's like 1,000 pictures of Aaron, maybe 700 of me, 500 of
You don't know that story?
I might. I'm not sure. I
One
want to hear
Christmas,
it.
he went down to King's and priced everything.
Oh, yeah.
And told everybody.
And told her how much they spent.
Oh my
Yeah, because he worked
goodness.
at King's for a lot. Yeah.
He was just doing investigative reporting.
Right. Naturally. Naturally.
Nathan took it a step further. Nathan would leave the price tags on all of
To
his
show
gifts,
them how much I
so we
spent.
know how much they spent.
Did he also have a percentage of his total worth?
I do remember he took all of our Halloween candy and we never saw it, and then all of a sudden we get this present from Jack-O-Lantern and nobody's knowing who Jack-O-Lantern is. We open it up, it's our Halloween candy.
Strange things happen when you grow up on vitamin A milk.
Yeah, exactly.
That was fun that year. We had so much candy that year. Around.
One of the fun.
Well, and
Well, if you're all watching him, it didn't work.
Yeah, that's funny.
But you do it, the kids are sleeping and you do it and it'd always be this, well at least with grandkids, it'd be, shh, you're gonna wake up the kids, and he'd be the first one up and you're trying to keep him quiet to keep the kids
And
asleep.
then mysteriously on Christmas morning in some of the stockings you'd find some Old English, a potato, a radish.
I have a growing sense, Nathan, that you're kind of the outlier.
I don't know.
They all seem kind of normal.
Yeah, I don't know.
As normal as we can get with our tainted secondhand
No.
jeans.
Just diminished.
And lack of breast milk.
Diluted.
Diluted jeans.
Diluted.
Not tainted. Just
Diluted
less
jeans.
strong. Less strong.
It's all about what could have been.
He could have had a 60-inch chest instead of a 55.
You know, we could have taken stage.
I could have taken him.
He could have thrown a football over that mountain.
You give me a couple more inches, I'll throw that football over that mountain.
Family sign.
It is. Dad, Uncle Stephen told me several times that Dad did this to him.
Oh, well, Stephen needs special attention, so what does it mean?
It's the symbol to rise up. It's our family symbol. Rise up.
Look at this. Look at
As in what?
As in
Stand up?
as in
As in, be all you can be.
elevate all you can be.
Actor.
And if you can't get control of your life, you're dominating it.
It's in taking control and dominating, like Lehigh, rise up and be men.
Am I supposed to make an
Telling
infomercial
your
out of
sons.
this?
This is exactly what it is.
That's another emotion.
I want to take you high and high and high.
Yeah.
Do you have a big mental health medical bill? Every month.
I just seriously, sometimes there's times I just get so much energy. It's not ADHD.
Oh, what is ADHD?
I just get so much energy in me. I did this in the MTC too. You get so
Well, quit
excited, so
using
much energy,
peppermint oil.
and you just go like, you just go crazy.
And let's get blanket and
In a good way. In a good way.
I think that is ADHD.
That's not ADHD. You start placing.
I'm expecting you
Iceland
guys
map.
to take Uncle Charles out.
I don't think that'll be hard.
Okay, who wants to run some blood in honor of Dad?
I want to take you high and high and high.
Higher, harder, faster, stronger, all the way until there's nothing left.
Are we gonna do a toast?
What's that?
You should have been thinking about that.
Is anyone gonna do a toast?
What's the
Yeah, I learned the rules. I know how to master them.
To Dad and Anton Clark.
And to Guadana.
To Guadana.
To the man who has touched us all.
Yeah.
We're all really just ropes on the Goodyear blend.
Everybody needs to stick their tongue in their lower lip. You ever see my dad do that?
That's what Dad
He did that all the time. Whenever he was like doing something. I didn't know that.
When he was like concentrating.
When he's concentrating on something.
You're like,
Oh, it's not easy.
You gotta get Michelle doing that.
Have you already put one on, Sarah?
I did, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nathan, what on earth?
And don't drink
This is what Dad would do.
Quite that exaggerated.
I think you guys have a slightly.
and it was fun to see how much he enjoyed the atmosphere. Watching how much he enjoyed being in the Angels team story is something I think of fondly. In fact, some of my favorite memories of him are baseball related. Whether it was going to the ballpark or watching one of Nathan's high school games, I even remember walking home with him from our Little League games. Who do you think that was?
Matthew.
That's Matt. Alright, do you want to pass it around? Let's let everybody do it.
No.
What if
I don't want anybody else to.
I can't hear
See if you guys
things.
can guess.
Grace.
Countless early morning newspaper runs while Dad drove the van and listened to the Larry King show.
Aaron.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Should we do it?
Just, here, is there an empty cup?
Not this. This is the girl. Although actually, this is
Yeah.
You better be 100% sure about that.
I think yeah, it is because she hurled when we had to put away.
Do you want to read one?
I will always remember the year Dad cheated by using illegal ice cream during the milkshake contest. He tried to deny it, but he couldn't because he thought the whole thing on film. Shame.
That's Melissa.
Is it me? Oh, I can't remember. Well,
Alright, Kevin, you want to pick one out?
and make sure you say them loud.
Okay, you ready? Okay, listen, Daddy will help you. When we were first married, we went boating on the Snake River as part of a family reunion. Watching Dad go tubing for the first time and seeing how much fun he was having is something I remember fondly.
Sarah. When we were first married?
First married, that's Mom.
Oh.
No, it's Leslie.
Leslie, yes!
I was gonna say.
When my family left me at home to go to church, and Dad came back to pick me up in the black car. That's a good memory.
Sarah.
Brian.
They left me at home on the way to Watertown.
That's right.
As a little girl, I loved going to see Dad at the newspaper. He always let me sit in his chair and type on his typewriter. I got to pretend I was an editor.
Alicia.
Alicia.
Can you help me?
You're just
Look at that. See if it's something.
feeling
Why don't you just
Feeling
inspired
inspired
to give Dad
to give Dad
a blessing
a blessing
and then following through.
and then following through.
Peter?
Everybody.
This one is all of our Thanksgiving NCAA football tournaments.
Again.
There were a couple of them. Nathan.
That would have been, no, it wasn't Nathan, it was Peter probably. Peter.
This one is Aaron.
Or it might have been me.
Oh.
That's me twice.
Cool.
Okay.
One of my greatest memories is of Dad coming with Mom to pick me up to my mission in Uruguay and having a chance to tour a part of our country with him.
That was Sarah.
That was Melissa.
This is not a good
Why
idea.
don't we read papers?
What?
This is really thick.
You said to drink
A
water.
late night drive to the Boston airport with Dad for my return flight to BYU in January 2000.
That's Aaron. It's gonna be Aaron.
I was just graduating from high school.
Sarah, did you get
Mom, why don't we read papers? I got it! I got it! After Sarah.
We're reading papers because they're things that people remember about grandpa.
The year Dad got me Banjo-Kazooie on the N64 for Christmas, he became a hero in my mind.
Brian.
Banjo-Kazooie, what in the world is that? I have no
It was a
idea.
video
Oh,
game.
it's so fun to have it.
whole thing. Okay.
Injured.
Nope. After the car accident for all those months, I was able to become close to him, and I was basically his.
Nurse, that's what answer is.
Alicia.
It was Alicia.
Definitely
I
Alicia.
remember that.
All right, Carter. Your turn. Pick one and read it.
Nope.
He had the red car at that point. He had no power steering. It didn't.
Always giving me advice, counsel, and knowledge when I don't understood. When I didn't understood.
All in cases.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Matt?
Sweatpants.
Matt?
It's Aaron.
He would
With
wear.
paint stains and bleach stains.
It was an interesting dress combination.
Always.
Never wore socks.
Never wore
Sweatpants would come down to about right here.
That's only probably fancy to find it.
I love how
So funny.
seriously he takes potatoes. Michelle.
Let's read a few of these.
Yeah, read a couple of them.
Me too. I love
Because they've got to go.
I love how animated Dad gets around Christmas time every year. I still can picture him tiptoeing around the stockings while stuffing them with gifts before stuffing the tree. No, I'm just kidding. Always with a smile that clears his eyes.
It was me.
That was Melissa. Homer and Derby at the Ilion Little League field.
Nathan?
She trying to bite you?
Yeah, she is.
I don't know.
I always appreciated how much of an effort he always made to attend my sporting events.
That was me.
That was me.
Just kidding. I didn't do sports.
I love playing games with him. I love all the fun, competitive banter that always ensues.
Sarah?
Yeah, I love you.
We did this so long ago.
Temple trips to Toronto were always fun. He made sure we always went to Horton's Donuts.
Alicia.
Alicia? Who was it?
Yeah, we should go to Toronto.
When we went on the baseball trip in California, and it was lots of fun to spend so much time watching and talking baseball with him.
Peter. Oh, James.
That was a pretty awesome trip. Watching Mom eat Dad's In-N-Out 4x4 after our Six Flags trip, then denied eating it.
That wouldn't be at Mom's funeral.
I had 2 bites. They were big bites, but I had 2 bites.
She's getting closer to owning to it.
I love how he lights up for his grandkids. I love how playful and excited he gets at family gatherings and holidays.
Michelle.
Keep asking.
They're the oldest, it makes sense.
All the work he put in by keeping my stats for high school basketball games.
Nathan. I know.
He kept my stats too.
I I love how Dad would play kickball with us in the backyard in New York. I always remember his tongue sticking out when he would run from base to base.
Nathan.
Awesome. Going to baseball games together and sharing your love of sports with me. Sorry, it's just weird. Moving Joan Chadine in Little Falls.
Aaron.
I thought it would be Nathan, but it was Aaron.
Nathan, I don't think put any in it.
I don't even remember.
No, because Nathan's the kind you ask him 6 months ahead of time and even a week before. You never told me.
His willing and faithful dedicated service in the church.
Mom.
Leanne. Yan dog.
Watching him win the Girl Scout cookie eating.
Aaron.
I don't remember.
I remember that. That was way before you guys.
I don't think you were alive then.
That would have been
If you were, you were.
He plowed through it.
I didn't know that happened.
We've got a picture of him eating them.
I always remember when Dad would play Sunday Sounds on Saturday night and have us get our shoes ready in preparation for church the next morning.
Brian?
The time I was in the car with Dad, Tim and Riley and you told us that someday we're going to get fat. That was Sarah. When I was really little, Dad always called me Blondie or Goldie because of my hair color, and we were close. I used to pull off his socks and give him a kiss goodnight.
Until he started paying all of you little weasels.
Hey, I gotta.
I did it for free, and then he started paying them for it, so I stopped.
I offer the kids 25 cents for taking my socks off and pulling on my toes.
No, you don't. Me.
Yeah,
You say pull my socks off. Come here.
I remember the first Christmas that I spent in Layton. On Christmas Eve, it was fantastic to see him sneak around in his tiptoes as he prepared everything for Christmas morning. I have sweet memories of him being there for important events. Our wedding, baby blessing, Jared's baptism, Sharon's
No, he did in front of us.
When we made a Santa run to Tremolon for extra Christmas presents on Christmas Eve.
Is that Aaron?
Yeah.
I don't have
Dad, get to money.
I remember Dad playing Sniff the Broom. It was hilarious.
Yeah, that was a fun
I still
game.
don't know the trick to sniff with that one.
It's easy.
Well, you have something to look forward to.
Sniff the Broom and Black.
Ooh, we should play that.
Black Magic. 9 books.
And 9 books.
I remember when we were playing wiffle ball with Dad and having him running for first base after missing the ball. Sarah.
Trying to get each row it down to first baseline.
Family Monopoly games.
Sarah.
Also Sarah.
I was gonna say, mine are in there. They're just probably buried.
Backyard wiffle ball with John McGraw, Nathan, and I. Also, all the wiffle ball games we've had.
John McGraw.
Talking about that the other day.
He had a list because he had cleft thousands for him.
I love how giddy and excited Dad gets on Christmas morning while waiting for everyone to wake up. Sarah.
That's what my dad was.
I love how contemplative he is, especially when he's thinking about the important things in life, family, the gospel, the weightier matters. Miss Michelle. The 2005 milkshake contest controversy over his Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Ben & Jerry's chocolate.
That's in there like 2 or 3 times.
Well, Dad cheated.
It remains in
Dad is
it's a
very
day that'll
talented
live in
and a fun
infamy.
grandpa. He's not afraid to get on the floor on his hands and knees to play with toys with them. He also seems to always have red vines around to spoil the grandkids.
Red vines.
Cameron loves spending time with his bop bop.
No.
I remember when Dad would give talks in New York, and he would stare at the clock several times every minute to check the time. And we used to count how many times he would do it. Brian.
Always coming to sporting events and being encouraging, making me feel like a better player than I was.
Nope, this is no time to wrestle your sister.
Peter.
Maybe later.
Some of my fondest memories of Dad are seeing him as Christmas time comes around. I don't know anyone who loves the holiday more than him. I will also think of fondness after the Christmas sales, when Dad would go crazy buying lights, candy, and whatever else for next year. The year he bought a ton of eggnog once once for 25 cents each, and where my love for the drink began is high up there in my memory.
That's
Brian?
Brian.
Yeah, I remember.
Elk sausage stir fry.
Oh, it was it was actually antelope sausage. And then he stuffed it in peppers and made us eat it.
He is always so interested in who you are and what you do. When you talk to him, you have his full attention and makes you feel so important.
When we were in North Carolina a few years back, Grandpa was getting angry about something with a boat, so we all got out of there as quickly as we could. Dad, of course, had to stay around to try to help. Makes me laugh every time I think about it.
I do actually remember that.
That was me.
When he started yelling, we just scattered like the wind.
Let's get into gear, or that's a good start, as his motivational phrases for chores.
Get into gear.
That's a good start.
Yeah, he said it a lot.
Start.
Dad sneaking the forbidden chocolate into his milkshake when no one was looking is a good memory.
Catching him
Brian.
sneaking into the Easter candy in Oswego. Aaron.
I remember the first time I played wiffle ball with a family, and I asked if it was against the rules to bunt. He said that it was not, so I dropped down a bunt. He was quite surprised. Exclamation point.
Yeah. Dad asking random cashiers at the grocery store where their accent is from and talking to random people in line while waiting outside Target on Black Friday.
Sarah. I was there. The protruding middle of his tongue when he's concentrating and about to exchange in something requiring physical exertion. Yes.
That
sounds like Aaron.
Telling his childhood tales of walking 5 miles barefoot uphill both ways in the snow.
It's always fun planning Black Friday trips starting in October in the anticipation of a great buy and running through the store to get it.
Alicia.
Me.
They did Black Friday.
They Black Friday together.
I was always here. I was always the Black Friday one with Dad.
And Angela.
I still laugh thinking about the article he wrote about me for the newspaper. That first Christmas I claimed the giant stocking.
Michelle. My giant stocking. Do you remember he wrote that big article
Do you
about
still
how
have
the
it?
family was going to go bankrupt because
That would be so
mother-in-law-
funny if you had it with
I
I remember fondly the trip Dad took with Matt and I to Maine to go interview for a prospective job. It was the first and perhaps the last time I'll ever eat lobster.
How does he not like lobster?
Lobster's
He loves
fantastic.
lobster.
Nathan, that
He's
wasn't
had
good
it
lobster.
since. It's just expensive.
Oh, it's easy.
It
Oh,
wasn't
but
good
he's
lobster.
had it, yeah.
I remember when Sister Severson accused Dad of cheating during authors, and Dad explaining that it's not cheating if she waves her cards in his face.
Whenever I see chocolate milk, I always think of how he would drink some whenever he would drive through the night. Whether it was to Utah or down to North Carolina, I used to try and stay up with him when we did that, so I wouldn't miss anything.
Alicia? Oh.
I bought some chocolate milk in his honor the other day and drank it all.
Yeah, Leslie. Yeah, I used to do that for him.
Having Dad
Well, not a whole gallon.
having Dad send me a draft obituary of his own eventual passing.
Coaching the Herkimer Branch Young Men's Basketball Team to repeated regional titles. Big country.
I loved to recall him taking the kids to the garden, or playing wiffle ball, or sharing burgers or treats with them.
Michelle.
He is all heart. He gives 100% to whatever he does.
Just like Rocky.
He had something in there about Rocky in one of his posts, didn't he?
I have nothing but fond memories of the time that Dad, Sarah, and I waited out in the cold on Black Friday for several hours
That was
to
so,
get into
it was freezing, but so fun.
When I was clever and backdoored him into video games by introducing him to Madden football, which has
Nice,
also
Aaron.
come up this weekend.
Nice.
This week.
After a basketball game, as a kid, you told me I needed to try harder because I wasn't good. Peter.
That's a fond memory, I guess.
Peter, go read.
He is full of goodness. He strives with all his heart to follow the Savior. He is unwavering.
Michelle.
For loving and supporting me. That was Peter.
The effort Dad put in his kids to have early morning scripture study and prayer has to be mentioned. Dad has always been one of the most spiritual people I've ever known. I'm really appreciative of his diligent example.
Dad was very diligent and sent me letters every day over the course of my mission.
Aaron.
I love my father-in-law with all my heart. Double exclamation point. Nicole. Dad making Jello that whole week when Mom was gone to the Outer Banks at one time will always stand out to me as fond memories.
That's all we ate. He made Jello for dinner every day.
And Sister Wood came by and brought us Jello. It was so ironic. All we had was Jello for a week while Mom was gone.
And I think there's some powdered milk in there.
That's
Powdered milk in the Jello.
All right.
Hey, we're gonna need to
The
write
grandkids wanted to,
Hold
well,
on.
at least there's, because they didn't have it in there, wanted to share.
Did you guys want to share some memories of Grandpa?
Emily, did you want to share?
Nathan might have wanted to add something.
There's a few kids really wants to
The
know.
time that we were,
I can't hear anything, say it again.
Grandpa used to take us fishing most of the time that we were here.
Sorry. Snagging some of those fish with the leather.
He took me fishing one time.
Share one?
It was like he
Oh, we
hated
read them all,
fishing.
now you get to say one
He
that's
hated
yours.
it.
When you're
Yeah, you can go ahead and think
Yeah.
about it. Your second cousin Lynn is going to say something.
Melanie, do you have one?
I guess I feel like he always treated me like a daughter, and I feel like we were probably closer to you guys maybe than to the Idaho cousins because we were in Michigan and you guys were in New York. We'd go see you, but it meant a lot to me. I meant to bring it, but he made me a mock front page newspaper for my high school graduation.
I forgot about those.
With my senior picture and my, congratulations, high school graduate, and all these little cool articles about me going to Rick's College and my past, and funny little stories and pictures, and that meant a lot to me. And I have that in my cedar chest to this day. I meant to bring it. I forgot.
That's neat. Leslie, were you looking to say something?
No,
Okay.
I'm listening.
You don't have to, but you can.
When he used to always play wiffle ball whenever we got the game. When we couldn't, he would still just sit outside and watch the game.
Longing to be out there.
I do remember taking Mom and Dad to Target when Dad had his accident. We had him in a wheelchair and he fell asleep right in the middle of the aisle, and I'm just wheeling this elderly old man down. And then they decided to buy a Christmas tree and left me behind at Target because I didn't fit in the car with the tree.
Does anybody else have anything else to share?
Nathan, did you want to share
Hold on.
some?
I remember me and Grandpa were just out doing a few fun things. We went to a park, I remember, and then we were on the way back and he's like, you know what, let's go and stop for some ice cream. And I was only like 5 and I said, no, I don't want to spoil my appetite. and Grandpa was like, I don't think I'll ever hear a kid say that again.
That's the kind of thing Cora might say.
I used to love Easter with Anton. He'd come here and he would have all the eggs all filled with all sorts of candy, and he just loved hiding them outside and watching the kids. It was like Christmas. He was holidays, but
I swear that he left all those eggs downstairs just for this week.
Yeah.
I think he did. It was just meant to be.
We found a box of eggs from 2011 filled with candy just
Yeah.
a few days ago, and we put them outside and had the kids have eggs.
And then he ate all the candy.
What's up, man? All right.
Do you want to say one now?
I used to get chewed out all the time after my games. I remember I had 18 strikeouts one baseball game. He chewed me out and told me I needed to be better.
That's
a fond memory.
That's the one memory you have of Dad.
I have plenty of memories. I've shared them with multiple other games.
Expectation thing.
I'm just remembering random things.
I love when he would plan Thanksgiving the last few years with Brett coming because he was always wanting to make sure he had enough food for Brett. So when Brett would get here, Dad would tell him, I hope we have enough food for you. So Brett would just load up his plate with ham and these giant turkey legs, and Dad would just laugh, saying, yes, we finally have enough food.
Every time we come up, he'd always email, what do I need to buy for the kids to eat? And I'd always tell him, oh, don't worry, this or that, or I'll put something up and get that, but he'd still insist on, no, what do they want to eat?
He did that for us
No,
too.
what do they want to eat?
Every time we visited.
It was like a month Oh, Lord. Because he always wanted to play.
Oh, careful.
Brown.
Thank you, honey. Hi. You pushed the button. Good job.
Calls on the way home. Where are you?
Good job pushing the button. I'm gonna stay right here. Are you needing to show me the button?
All the time. Because he used to just give us stuff. He never wanted anything for his birthday, just to give us stuff.
Do you remember
Did
when
he ever
Nate
say, I just want happy children?
No, he's just when I want smiles
Kind
and.
word and a smile.
Yes. Or a pair of good socks.
Pair of socks. Circus peanuts. Or
He always
Getting has
loved.
a million pairs of terrible
He,
stuff.
he always loved Nathan's newspaper clips. Obama, Hillary Clinton.
He said, I gotta lay some Hillary Clinton and Obama articles
Do
over
you
there.
remember when he went to Savers and he bought, what, 50 shirts? Because they were like $1 a piece. Most of them didn't fit him, but he bought 50 shirts.
He was obsessive about like school materials.
There's a bin downstairs full of stuff.
Pencils and pens and paper, he just kept buying it. Like, who's gonna use this, Dad?
Was about himself, wanting us to know, take care of Mom.
Yeah. Usually I'm doing this kind of stuff, so it's kind of
Just wanted to let everybody know too, so I will be leaving here soon. Thank you for taking care of my family during this week since I wasn't able to be here, helping out with Cameron and Melanie. And I want you all to know that I love you very, very much, and it's kind of, I guess, probably the most recent addition to the family. Thanks for opening up your hearts to me, making me feel loved. I appreciate you guys, and I love you a lot. Hope you know that.
We need to stick together more than ever.
We love you too.
We do. We hope you'll show that love in your Christmas gifts to us, James.
As an aside, James, I'm sending you a bill.
You're sending me a bill?
I'll send you a bill.
Now that you're making the big bucks as a partner, we're looking at $50 a person.
$50
minimum.
Minimum.